Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm so glad you are here with us today. We did have some technical difficulties when we were trying to do this live. Originally, I thought my assistant was going to be here to walk us through and make sure she handled all the tech, but I made a mistake and scheduled this while she is on vacation. So, trying to do it ourselves, and we tried multiple times, and this is our solution. So, we are recording this and we'll be posting this. But if you do have any questions, make sure you tag Lorna and I in the comments, and we will make sure to get back to you with any questions that you may have on today. So, we are going to close out this year with a perfect moment to pause and look at a few strategic money moves that can save you time, stress, and taxes before December 31st. And if you're new to the community, I am Traci Griffin, founder of Elevate 50 Plus, where we help entrepreneurs grow with clarity, strategy, confidence, and collaboration. And today's conversation is all about giving you the financial clarity that you need to finish 2025 strong and step into 2026 feeling grounded and ready. And I am thrilled to be joined by someone who brings extraordinary expertise to this topic. Lorna Whiteaker has more than 30 years of experience as a business consultant, financial coach, and skills trainer. And she has a remarkable ability to turn complex financial concepts into simple, doable steps that help entrepreneurs thrive. Lorna, thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to turn this over to you so you can walk us through the five key year end money moves every entrepreneur should consider.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Traci. Thank you for this opportunity. I really love sharing what I have learned over the years and working with business owners on how to actually turn their efforts into results. So I'm really happy to share some of these things. So we're going to get right into it. So some of the things that people can do at the end of the year to really set themselves up for success for this year and for getting started for the next coming year. So, the first one that I think is the most important piece is a part of goal setting. Having goals allow us to hit targets that maybe we weren't thought weren't even possible for us. So, you set a goal and people go, "Well, how do I know how to do that?" I said, "It's actually fairly simple. It's a step-by-step process. So, first, we find out how we did for the past year. What results did we actually get? So we want to know what kind of revenue that we brought in, and we want to know what we were able to manage to keep for ourselves. So there are two pieces called their financial floors. You have a personal financial floor and you have a business financial floor. Your personal financial floor you should be very familiar with. It's what you need to bring in to your personal bank account to pay for rent or mortgage or insurance and groceries and the utilities and your phone and your vehicle and all these things, all of them. So you want to do that. One of the best ways of doing that is to grab your bank statements and your credit card statements and look at these. Get a real good understanding of what your financial floor is. This is the minimum number you need to pay all of your essential bills. Okay, first financial floor. Second financial floor, for business owners, you have another one. What does it take to operate and run your business? Now, you should be running books. I'm a huge fan of running your business by the numbers and knowing your numbers. So we grab our books and we look at our profit and loss. How much did our overhead, our rents, our insurance, our subscriptions, maybe the fuel for the vehicle that we use for the car, for our travel, but really just what am I spending that I have to spend whether I make money or not? That's your business financial floor. Things that are tied to your revenue. And my favorite example is merchant fees. Merchant fees you don't incur unless you actually make money, make a sale. So those are not part of your overhead. We're only looking at the financial floor of your overhead for starters. These two numbers, your personal financial floor and your business financial floor, are added together and they equal the total amount of revenue that you need to generate with your business. Now, this is an annual number. What's really magical about this, why you want to do it, is because when you take this number and you divide it by weeks, days, or hours, you can start figuring out how much money you need to be generating every single day. This is where all the magic begins to happen because it changes your behavior in an instant. Absolutely. You go, oh, I didn't hit my number today. What can I do tomorrow to do better? And you don't add them together. You know, if your goal is $200 a day, you don't make it 400 the next day and 600 the next day, and pretty soon you just collapse. So it's really, really about what can we do to improve on a daily basis, and you'll be amazed at the results. So very first thing, figure out your financial floors. Okay. Secondly, to save yourself taxes at the end of the year, this is that place where you go, you know what, I need to speak to a tax professional. I am not a tax professional. I cannot give you tax advice, okay, but I can tell you how the mechanism works. That's important to know how it functions. So I need to know, am I a sole proprietor? What are my taxes going to be? Am I a corporation or in a corporate structure like an LLC taxed as a corporation? What are my tax considerations? Do I receive a payroll through my company, which is only available for corporate models? Okay. Do I need to take an extra paycheck for myself? Talk to your tax professional. Do I need to buy a major asset before the end of the year? Year-end planning has to be done. Most of it has to be done before December 31st. Okay. Start your actions now. Start making steps. Call your tax professional. Find a tax professional. Get somebody to help you make smart decisions. Okay. Because if you buy a large asset, the why to this, the what we do is, do we need to buy an asset? Okay. Why do we do it? Because you can take significant depreciation and for this year simply because you bought the asset this year. Now, if you're in a negative income position, and some people find that they are, buying a major asset by December is maybe not the best strategy. Maybe waiting till after the first of the year is the better strategy. A tax professional will guide you. So get an appointment with a tax professional, someone who understands businesses, who will support your choices and give you guidance. Okay, now part of that decision is going to be, oh, do I need to pay myself more of a payroll to minimize my taxes? That requires cash flow. That requires cash flow. So you have to look to see what that burden would be. The beauty of it is that you can pay yourself now, but you could actually pay the taxes after the first of the year. So, you know, there's some considerations there. Again, tax professional will guide you with these conversations. So they're really a useful tool to have in your arsenal, a resource. Okay. Now, one of the things is a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, start their businesses as sole proprietors. Okay, great. The cost of being a sole proprietor is actually very affordable for the majority of us. But there's a place in your growth journey that means that maybe becoming an LLC taxed as a corporation or a regular corporation might be a better vehicle for me. So there are other considerations why you would be a corporation, you know, credibility, liability protection, but one of the biggest conversations is going to be the tax benefits that occur. The tax benefits occur, but there's a cost. Creating a corporation costs, paying the taxes for the corporation costs, having different kinds of insurance costs, having a payroll service costs. So you want to be sure that you're properly positioned financially to get your timing right. And the first of the year is a great time of year to start a corporate model, particularly if your goals include significant growth. It's just a conversation. So this is one of the things that we look at the end of the year. So you're going to have these financial conversations. Don't get overwhelmed by this. Okay. Really, it's just a process. It's a step by step. Make your checklist. What do I need to look at? Who do I need to go to get some support on this? Good business consultants, tax professionals, all of these folks, they can give you really good support in looking for this. If you need a partner to help you stay accountable, get one. Get a partner to help you stay accountable because you already have a lot on your plate. You've already got a lot going on, and we're coming into the holidays, and it can make people just crazy. So, so we've talked about that. So one of the things that you can do at the end of the year that I really like as well, it's part of goal setting, and that is check your pricing. You remember I talked about the financial floors? Financial floors are the way to look at, this is the time where you look at your pricing. Am I ready? Okay. Pay down any debt that you can pay down now so that you get those deductions. If you're in a strong, profitable position, get those things paid now. Again, if you're not in a strong, profitable position, look to see whether next year is a better fit for your cash flow and those kinds of things. Developing strong financial skills is integral to your success. Okay? Really is something that you are going to want to do. What you learn belongs to you. Okay? It is worth the time, the effort, and the money that it takes to learn these skills. And you can find professionals everywhere that will be happy to teach you how to do this stuff. Okay?
Ah, thank you, Lorna. This is exactly the kind of clarity so many business owners need at this time of year.
Mhm.
And what I love about your approach is that it removes the guesswork. And financial clarity fits perfectly into the broader Elevate 50 Plus mission because when you have a clean, grounded understanding of your numbers, you make better decisions. You reduce the overwhelm, you create more space for collaborations and opportunities that'll actually move your business forward. And what I'd love to know, Lorna, is for if someone is listening to this and they feel intimidated by their numbers, what's one small action that they can take today to just get them started?
I love the question. And it's surprisingly simple to do. So the one step that they can do is to actually grab their bank statement, one credit card statement, and look to see what's on it, how they're spending their money. Business owners know more about their money than they give themselves credit for. So when you grab those statements, look at those to say, oh, this is how I'm spending my money. And you should be doing it once a month. Running your books, having bookkeeping is really, really great. You should be looking at it. But I have found that business owners understand what they're seeing on their bank statements more clearly because it's not about, what does it belong on the profit and loss? Does it belong on the balance sheet? What am I supposed to do with this? No, no, no. It's all the money going out of your bank account. Once you get a relationship with the money leaving your bank account, as well as the money coming in and the relationship of those things, you're going to start having a deeper understanding of your numbers and your money. It's absolutely spectacular what begins to happen just from this one step. Stop being afraid of your numbers. Stop being afraid to look. At first, it may be a little scary and it may not be comfortable, but you're going to get really good at it.
I love it. That is such a great tip. And it leads right into the next one. Next question I have. So, what shift in mindset should business owners bring into 2026 to manage their finances?
If I had to give them one mindset, okay, something that they could turn into a mantra, something that they could say to themselves every morning is it's possible. It's possible. We're told all the time, oh, it's impossible. It's hard. You have to work hard. You can't have any of this stuff. You can't have it all. You can't have a life you love. You can't have time for your family and your friends. You have a business to run. You got to do all this stuff. Well, maybe, maybe not. It really depends on what it is that how you determine abundance. So if you wanted to say abundance is possible, great, that's one. But I really like it simple. It's possible. Whatever that it is to you, it's possible. And I want you to know that it is. So that mindset, embracing those simple words will change. Again, it'll change your behavior. It will reduce fear. It will absolutely empower you to bring your best self every single day because it's possible.
Lorna, that I love that advice, and this is exactly why we get along so well. Because when you say it's possible, what immediately comes to mind is my mantra, that is this or something better. And when I say this or something better, that always reminds me of the magic and the possibilities, and not to get myself caught up in all of the reasons why I might be thinking, oh, this isn't possible, or this is too hard, or
Mhm.
I have too many shortcomings or whatever it is. But when you open yourself up to possibility, really, you can have anything in the world. It's
Anything.
just because it lights up.
It does. It's really it's a funny phenomena. And I know that if again, we know that what we believe in and how we behave creates the kinds of results that we get. And if we believe that it's not possible, okay, it limits us and puts a blanket over us and keeps us down. Whereas it's possible lifts us up and it lifts others up. So thank you. I think it's just amazing.
This has been such a helpful conversation, and I hope you take a moment, or at least this week, take a moment to prioritize even one of these steps that Lorna gave us, because small actions now create a very different experience when the new year arrives. And to make this easy, Lorna has created a simple year-end planning guide that walks you step by step through everything she shared today. And you can download it directly. I'm going to post it in the comments, so you'll have that link. And if you're craving a more strategic and collaborative way to grow your business in 2026, I would love to invite you to join us at our next Elevate 50 Plus Networking Exchange. It's on December 9th, but we hold it on the second Tuesday of every month, and you can join as many of these as you would like. This is where real collaborations, real relationships, and clarity begin. And I'll put that link in the comment as well. So, Lorna, thank you again for sharing your experience and your expertise with us. And thanks everyone for watching this video. Sorry we weren't live, but again, if you have any questions or you would like to get in touch with us, just tag us in the comments and we'll make sure to answer your questions.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye. See you
Bye
next time.
bye.